For the bell work, it says the graph shown will be translated up 4 units. Which of the following will be the result? So if this graph goes up 4, so if it goes up 4, so it goes here, hops up 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one of those graphs, A, B, C, or T, A, B, C, or T, A, B, C, or D, has a vertex at 2, 2? Which one would you pick, A, B, C, or D? A. That would be your answer, A. All right, let's go to our notes. We're on page 11. We're going to skip over J and go to K. So we are building a cake. Now, whenever there is a 3 in the elbow, that means I'm looking for triplets. That's what that means. Now, you're still going to build the cake the same way you built it on Friday. You're going to use the numbers 2, 3, 5, and 7. So skip over J. Let's go to K. So build a cake with the 16. Go ahead and build your cake. And now you're looking for groups of 3. So 2 goes into 16 8 times. 2 goes into 8 4 times. 2 goes into 4 2 times. And 2 goes into 2 1 time. So I'm looking for my triplets. So I have 1 set of 2s that can come out, 1 set of X's, and 2 sets of Y's. So let's bring those out. I have a set of 2s, a set of X's, and 2 sets of Y's. And what has to stay under is what did not have a partner. So that would be 1 Y and 1 2. So this would be your final answer. Who had that? All right, let's do number or letter I. Same thing. You're going to build a cake with the 24. And then look for your groups. All right, so 2 can go into 24 12 times. 2 can go into 12 6 times. 2 can go into 6 3 times. Now we got to switch to 3. So what do I have groups of? I have 1 set of triplet 2s, 1 set of triplet A's, and 1, 2, 3 sets of triplet B's. 3 sets. All right, so let's go ahead and take that out. So I have a 2, A, and B cubed. And then underneath, we have what? What's left over? A 3 and an A. A 3 and an A. All right, who had that answer? Any questions about what we're doing today? It's just a continuation of Friday. All right, so we only have a few more questions. We have MN and then PQ. So let's go ahead and look at M. So this one, we have to multiply first. So the numbers we have on the outside are a 1 and a 2. So 1 times 2 is 2. So that's on the outside. Now let's go ahead and build our radical. So we have 9 times 6, which is 54. Put that underneath. And then I have x to the 4th. All right, who remembers, what do I do with the exponents when I multiply? So I have y squared and y to the 7th. So will that be y to the 14th? Do I multiply them? Or would it be y to the 9th and I add them? Add them, good. All right, let's go ahead and build your cake with the 54. So you're going to ignore that 2 right now. And then you're going to circle your triplets. So I'll give you a couple minutes. Build your cake with the 54. Circle your triplets. Okay, homework is worth 10 points. 4 points are based off accuracy. I'm going to go ahead and pass back homework 1. A lot of you lost points because of the domain and range. So see back there, I have the rules. A square root does not have a domain of all real numbers. And a lot of you put all real numbers for numbers 4, 5, and 6. So you lost points. Okay, so go ahead and keep working. I'm just going to pass back the homework. Also, if it was incomplete, you lost points. All right, so with the 54, start off by dividing it by 2. So 2 goes into 54 27 times. And now we're going to switch to 3. 3 goes into 27 9 times. 3 goes into 9 3 times. And then 3 goes into 3 1 time. So along with the 2 that's already out there, I'm adding with it a 3, 1x, and 1, 2, 3y. So this 2 is already there. This 2 does not go away. I'm bringing out with it a 3, an x, and 3 y's. All right, and then what's left under it would be a 2 and an x. All right, what do you have to do? This is not quite done. What's my last step? Multiply the 2 and the 3. So my final answer is 6xy cubed, cube root of 2x. All right, let's go ahead and look at N. Let's go ahead and multiply that. So we only have ones on the outside. So when I multiply what's underneath, I have 2 times 4, which is 8. How many x's do I have? That one has 2 and this one has 1. So how many is that? 3. And then how many y's? 5. Go ahead and build your cake with the 8 and circle your groups. Okay, so with the 8, you should have one set of 3's that can come out. And then one set of the x's and one set of the y's. So on the outside, I have a 2, a x, and a y. And then left on the inside is a y squared. And that's it, just a y squared. Any questions so far? What y'all thinking? Thumbs up, sideways, down, where we at? The only thing we're adding from last semester is multiplying, because we didn't have to multiply last semester. We just built our cake. All right, last 2, and then we'll start on our homework. So we have a -2 and a +2. -2 times +2. Put that on the outside. And then I'm going to build my radical with a 3. So we have 2 times 8, which is 16. And then 4 kangaroos, 7 kangaroos, that's 11. Go ahead and build your cake with the 16. And circle your groups. let's look at our cake. So we got 16. Half of 16 is 8. Half of 8 is 4. Half of 4 is 2. And then half of 2 is 1. So we got our 1. All right, so now let's circle our groups. So I have a group of 2s. Show me with your fingers how many groups did you make with the K's? How many groups of 3 can you make with 11? All right, good. 1, 2, 3. So this -4 is still here, but I'm adding to it a 2 and K cubed. And what's left under is this 2 right here and then 2 kangaroos. That's what has to stay. Go ahead and multiply this together. You get -8K cubed. Don't forget to put that 3 back in the elbow. And this would be your final answer. Tomorrow you have a skills check. It's only over graphing though. This is not going to be on there. And it's open note. All right, last one. Now we got a tall cake, y'all. This is a tall one. Q. So first of all, we got to multiply this 2 times -4, which gives me a -8. All right, now pick up your calculators. Go ahead and multiply 12 times 16. And your calculators take 12 times 16. Is it 192? All right, so that's 192. All right, with the cats, I got 3 here and 1 here, so that means I have 4. And with the dogs, I have 4 here and 2 here, which means I have 6. So we got a tall cake, y'all. Let's go ahead and build our cake with that 192. Divide it in half. Take half of 192. Forgot the answers. 192 divided by 2. Okay, yep, keep going. I'm hiding my screen, you all. Keep building your cake. So we got a pretty tall cake here. So when we built it, This one is a little different because we got two sets of numbers that we can take out. So that -8 is still there. But now I'm adding 1, 2 sets. So I'm going to bring out 2 2s like that. Because we got 2 sets we can bring out. And then I have 1 set of cats, 2 sets of dogs. All right, and what's left under would be a 3 and a C. So the last thing you need to do with your calculators, go ahead and multiply this together. See what you get when you take -8 times 2 times 2. That's what's on the outside. That's the number that's on the outside. So you should get -32 CD squared and then the cube root of 3C. All right, questions about today's lesson? What y'all think? All right, now let's go to our homework. Homework 2, just a reminder, is due on Friday, but you really should be finished with it tomorrow. Okay. The questions that we're going to focus on today, the ones that I want you to do today are 3, 4, and 8. 3, 4, and 8. So I'll get you started with 3. No, actually, you can do 3 and 4 by yourself. Let's look at 8. So we're going to multiply the 1 times -3, which would be a -3. And then we have a cube root of, we have 2 times 4, which is 8. 5 plus 4, which is 9. 3. Now this time, when you do this one, you won't have anything left over. Nothing will be underneath the radical because everything will have a group. There will be no leftovers. So go ahead and build your cake with the 8. And then circle your groups. So everything is going to come out. Nothing is going to stay. As you see, there's no leftover. So we have a -3. And then I'm adding to that a set of triplet 2s, 3 sets of triplet X's, and 1 set of triplet Y's. So all you have to do to finish this out, multiply these together, and that's your final answer. No radical is left over. Use the rest of the time to do the other 2 questions. I think there was number 3 and 4. Hold on, let me zoom back out. Yeah, do 3, 4, and 8 before you leave. If you weren't here on Friday, you can do the other ones. The only difference is that for these, I'm looking for twins. That's the only difference because there's no number. All right.